The $4,400 gap. Why SSI is falling critically short in 2025. Introductory music fades. Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about a number that should concern every single American, especially the millions who rely on Supplemental Security Income, or SSI. That number is over $4,400. This isn't a bonus or a stimulus check. It's the shocking gap between the support that SSI provides and the bare minimum income the federal government says a person needs to survive. For the nearly 8 million seniors and people with disabilities who receive SSI, these benefits are a lifeline. But that lifeline is being stretched to its breaking point. In this video, I'm going to break down the math behind this massive discrepancy, explore why the SSI program is fundamentally flawed, and discuss the urgent need for reform as we look ahead to 2025. This isn't just about numbers on a spreadsheet. It's about dignity, survival, and a promise that our country has yet to fulfill. Let's get into it. First, let's establish a baseline. What is SSI? Administered by the Social Security Administration, Supplemental Security Income provides a monthly payment to adults and children with a disability or blindness who have income and resources below specific financial limits. It also provides benefits to people aged 65 and older without disabilities who meet those same financial qualifications. This program is critically important. For many of its 8 million beneficiaries, this check is their only source of income. It's what pays for rent, buys groceries, and covers essential medical copays. And if you're one of those beneficiaries, you know firsthand that every single dollar counts. You also know that the benefit amount, while absolutely essential, is incredibly low. As the original speaker mentioned, looking ahead to 2025, projections based on cost of living adjustments, or COLAs, might put the maximum federal benefit at around— let's pause on that individual number, $967 a month. In today's economy, that is an astonishingly small amount of money to live on. That's an annual income of just $11,604. Try to imagine paying for housing, utilities, food, transportation, and healthcare on that income in any city or town in America. It's a monumental struggle, and for millions, it's an impossible one. This is the core of the problem. SSI is a great program in concept. It provides a safety net for our most vulnerable. But the net has been worn thin, with holes so large that people are falling right through. The benefits have not kept pace with the true cost of living, creating a quiet crisis that has been escalating for years. Now, let's introduce the other side of this equation, the Federal Poverty Line, or FPL. The FPL is a measure used by the U.S. government to determine who is officially living in poverty. It represents the minimum annual income that a family needs to afford the basic necessities of life. While many economists argue that the FPL itself is an outdated and unrealistically low measure, it remains the official benchmark for poverty in the United States. So, what is the Federal Poverty Line? The numbers change slightly each year. The speaker in our source clip used a projected 2025 figure of $15,650 for an individual. Let's use that for our main calculation, as it frames the argument for the coming year. To make a direct comparison with the monthly SSI benefit, we need to break that annual poverty line down into a monthly figure. This is the number the government itself says is the absolute floor for survival. Anything below this and you are officially considered to be living in poverty. Now, let's do the same for a two-person household, which would apply to an eligible SSI couple. The projected 2025 poverty line for a household of two is approximately $21,150 per year. Divide that by 12 months and you get $1,762 per month. Keep these two monthly numbers in your head. Let's start with an individual. The monthly federal poverty line is $1,304. The projected maximum monthly SSI benefit for 2025 is $967. The difference between what the government says is the poverty minimum and what it actually provides to an SSI beneficiary is $1,304 minus $967 equals $337. What does that look like over a full year? There it is. An SSI beneficiary receiving the maximum possible payment is still living more than $4,000 a year below the federal poverty line. This isn't a small gap.